morning, welcome to Coffee Walk. It's Mustang Day, and I got my mug. How cool is that? There's a link in the bio if you want one. So my first vehicle I ever bought when I was 13 years old was a 49 5-window Chevrolet half-ton. And the second one I bought when I was also 13 years old was a 48 Ford F-150. The first actual car that I ever bought when I was 14 was a 66 Mustang Coupe. I've had a love for Mustangs ever since. I've owned thousands of them. The Coupe is the basis for the success for the Mustang. It was debuted in April of 1964, and by March of 1966, they had sold over 1 million of them. Let's go check out a base model. The reason I'm showing you this base model is I've been reading everybody's questions, and I'm going to start trying to answer some of the most popular questions in Coffee Walk. What can I buy for under 10 grand that's cool? Here's your answer. 1966 Mustang Coupe, base model. So what does it mean by base model? Let's go check out the door warning tag like we normally do and see what the options were on this car. So we hit it here, we got a 6, we know it's a 1966. And if you're a Mustang guy, you know since there's no badges on the front fender, it's going to be a 6-cylinder car, which means it's going to be a T as in Tom. Then we go to the color, Y, silver blue. Then we go to the trim code 22, which is blue on blue, which is silver blue with the dark blue inserts. Now, this is a killer basis for a resto mod. Why? The 6-cylinder cars never had enough power or torque to get twisted up, and the bodies are generally really, really good. Shock towers are good, and you can buy them cheaper. Now, this has got a monster 200 cubic inch straight 6. Really the only options on this car, and you can see how solid this car is, there's a great basis for somebody to build a resto mod, is it does have an automatic transmission, which is a C4, and a center console. Car's really solid, really honest, really original, and for under 10 grand, that's just about as cool as it gets. Because they made over 1 million of these cars. The parts supply, the parts are everywhere. There's guys that have made the entire living for their whole life just selling parts for first generation Mustangs. I love the design. Just a pure iconic American car, again, that you can buy for under 10 grand. Now, the last of the big Mustangs was a 1973. This is a neat find. This car was ordered out of Houston, Texas to a family in San Antonio, and they special ordered it. 73, like I said, was the last year of the big Mustang before 74 went to the Gia-bodied small cars like the Cobra you see on Farrah Fawcett used to drive in whatever that television show was. We walk up to this car and we check out the codes on it. At first, it just looks like a base car, nothing special, but it's really not. We see here, obviously, color code 3K, which is blue glow. There was only about 300 of these built in that color. Then you've got trim CB, which is blue knit. There was only 181 of those cars had this interior. But what's great about this car is the engine code. It's an engine code H. H is a 351 two-barrel. Great motor. Other nice options on this car: power steering, power brakes, AC. And here's what's really, really cool in this car. It has the instrumentation package, which you usually only saw on the real high performance stuff. So we've got an 8 grand tach, 120 mile an hour speedometer, and real gauges here in the center. Real oil, alternator, and temp. Very cool. It's also a disc brake car. Now, we break this car down on rarity. Like I said, there was around 300 of these in blue, around 180 of these with this interior, but what was really, really special in this car was ordered from the factory with competition suspension. One of only 20 ordered that way. Very, very cool. 8 of them had raised white letter tires. These aren't the factory ones, but these are brand new BFGs that we put on it. And only 5 of those cars had these rear bumper guards. So then you narrow that down, and with an AM radio and tinted glass, this was the only one built in this configuration. So this is a one-off car. The body's super straight, very solid because it's a Texas car. It's been in a dry climate. So what we did was this car had been parked since 2002, 18 years. Again, the point of what I'm trying to show today is these are still very affordable. What a cool basis to start your build on. To me, this car should be turned into a Mach 1. So you put the Mach 1 hood, it has the NASA ducts, put the front spoiler down here, put your rear spoiler on it, and one of the neat stripe kits and repaint, and you've got you a killer ride. Now we're gonna post 4 or 5 configurations of how I think it should look, and you guys pick which one you like best. Now what I'd like to do is take this car outside, put it up on the lift, and show you some of the differences on the competition suspension, some of how they strengthen the convertible since they've cut the top, and how solid these cars are when you find them in Texas. So we're gonna pull this one out, run it around, and put it on our bin pack chassis lift in the back. Now these cars are really, really straightforward, the Mustangs are. This car had been sitting for 18 years. We pulled it in, put a new gas tank in it, sending unit, rebuilt the carburetor, did the brakes, new tires. We did the big things. We did carpet and top. The rest I'm gonna leave for the next guy to make it the way they want it. This is also a power top car. Again, one family owned. It's got the owner card, which I probably should have brought out to show you. It was really neat. 76,000 miles. And look at this 8 grand tack. That is, these instruments are so cool. So let's go put this up on the chassis list. I'm going to show you where they rust, what to look for if you're looking to buy one. Yes, the scrambler's getting close. If you run an automotive shop, one of the absolute musts for us here are outside chassis lifts. I absolutely love them. We steam clean the bottoms of them. On a nice day, the guys can work outside. Of course, we got 2 killer ones from Bin Pack. There's one of my favorite options on this lift alone here is we've got these 2 center foot pedal jacks. That way we can put them under the car, lift it up and take the wheels off and clean the wheelhouses with the wheels off of the cars. This is such a great piece of machinery. Now let's put the Mustang up. Just imagine this car, spoiler front, spoiler in the rear, cool stripe kit, Mach 1 hood, killer. Sure runs good, Alex. Look, even the interior lights are working, the buzzer's going off. It's doing everything it's supposed to do. So we got Alex over there enjoying his Blue Island coffee. He actually did the work on this car. So have you looked at obviously you've looked at the bottom of it. Oh, yeah. Please tell me it's good. It's good? Okay. So the rust prone areas on these cars and most convertibles, in this section here, this actually isn't rust, this is just a little bend in the door, which will be very easy to fix. This section, very, very solid. Lower quarter panels. This one's really, really good. Very, very solid. There's no filler in it at all. It's neat, something just this minor can really offset a car and make it unique. Like I said, 5 of these cars have got these rear bumper guards. Now this quarter panel over here has got a little bit of blistering in it. Has not been patched on, but this would be a minor repair. Very nice in here. Bottom of the doors are great. And like I said, they usually hold water in this area, and we do have a little bitty hole here. But again, this is a car that's been in San Antonio, Texas his entire life, one family owned. It's about as dry as you're gonna find. A little bit higher. So this lift was built for you to stand under, not me? Yep. Good grief. Okay. Wow, it really looks good. So the frame rails are very important to look at. They are perfect. There's no rust in them. The inner quarter panels, no rust. Very, very nice. Your spring perch mounts up in here, very solid, no undercoating, so you can see it really, really well. This is an extra brace setup right. These right here and this right here is for convertible. Gives the car more structural rigidity. Frame rails are very nice, original floors. I mean, this car is very, very close to being rust free. And this is your torque box right here. These are very rust prone. There's no rust in that. And again, it's also a power disc brake car. So this is a great platform for somebody to take it to the next level. Car runs and drives really well, 76,000 miles. You get to do the cosmetics, you pick how you want it. This is as far as we're going to go with this because we have literally like 30 other projects that are bigger. I'm not saying they're better, but neat platform. We'll have this one on the website today. Please like, tag, share, and follow. And remember, if you want something under 10 grand, look for a Mustang Coupe. Great car. If you want a really, really cool convertible for under 20, these 71 to 73 convertibles are still under 20 grand. I predict they'll be at $35,000 in the next couple of years. So I hope I answered some of you guys' questions. What's a cool, cheap car to start with, cool, cheap car to resto mod, or just a great platform? Have a great day.
You forgot his coffee.
I did. I lost my coffee. That was my mug. I got to have it back. Oh, well, I guess I have to go to the website and buy another coffee mug. Okay, I found my mug. I do this all the time. There's something I want to talk about in this car, and I forgot. So we're going to go back and we're going to look at the competition suspension because it is important. As you can see, like I said, it's got a new gas tank in it. The exhaust was done before we got the car, but the exhaust is in really nice shape. But you got heavy-duty leaf springs, real heavy-duty shocks, big sway bar. And that, folks, is what the competition suspension is. Sway bar, different springs, and different shocks. The car really does drive well. It makes a difference. I think the convertible should have that, but very few do. Also, if we look right up in this area, look how nice these floors are. Just no rust in there. This car doesn't need a full restoration. Like I said, it just needs your cosmetic spin on it. We did go ahead and align the front end too, so you can see that we've got some new ball joints in here and new brake lines and did the brakes. So the hard stuff's done. That's just up to you. That was a bonus roll. I lose sleep at night. I forget to talk about something I wanted to. So thanks for one more minute of your time. Have a great day.